So the question is, what is Dividends for Hope? And really what makes us different than all the other, if not most other, charities out there? Well, to put it plain and simple, it's the way that we handle donations. So most charities handle donations and they distribute the donations, right? So then they need to acquire more donations to be able to then distribute those donations. So the way that we operate is different in that when you make a donation, it goes into an investment account. We don't actually distribute the donation amount itself. What we distribute is the earnings from the donation. So what does this do? Well, the best part of it is that it gives us money to be able to donate the earnings from the donations in perpetuity. Because as long as we're earning money and we're not distributing more than we're earning, we're never going into the principal, and therefore your donation is only being used in a pooling of all the earnings made on all donations. So the downside, obviously, is that when we first get started, we don't have as much money to distribute. So obviously that's a downside. But as we grow and as more and more people donate, and really the beauty of this is you only really have to donate one time, because since we're never gonna, if you donate $100, we make 3% on that, 2% on that, whatever. So we're gonna make $2 to $3 per year on that $100 donation. Now that might not seem like a lot, and we can't really do much good with $2. But when you're talking about 10,000 people donating or 100,000 people donating, now it's a different story. Right? Now we have enough money that we can be able to actually make a difference. So then it's how do we decide how to distribute the money? So that's where our social media platforms come into play. So now we have a bunch of people that are going to follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We have our GoFundMe that'll have all this information on there. So now we get everybody together and we have people write in. I have a friend that's sick and needs $5,000. I have a friend that unfortunately his wife passed away and the kids need money or whatever. So now we get all those people to put stories on there, and then we have people comment on those stories, essentially vouching that the story is legitimate, because obviously we don't want to give money to scammers or fake stories, right? So what we'll do then is have a minimum requirement for how many people have to vouch for your story. So if you only get 2 people commenting saying that your story is legitimate, you're less likely for us to vote on your story. So we'll have a minimum requirement for how many people need to vouch for your story. And then we'll go into, say, the top 5 or top 10 for people for comments, likes, replies, for going into the kind of the final voting round. Now, early on, we're not going to be able to distribute as often, right? We might start out once a quarter. We might start out once a month. So we may be able to help one person or one cause per month, one cause per quarter. But then as we grow, my goal ultimately is to be able to help multiple people per day. Per day. That's the goal. But early on, we're going to have to go through the voting system. We'll have, the top 5, top 10 stories that got the most likes. And then we'll go down to a final voting round. So then, okay, of the top 10 from all the stories, now here are the top 10. Let's vote on these. We'll do, a 2-week voting period, a 1-week voting period, whatever. And then we'll go from there and actually pick the winner, or maybe we'll do 1 or 2 winners to start out. Because again, it's going to take a little bit for us to get the earnings going and start to get them growing. But then once we do that, then we can just help people on an ongoing basis and more frequently. So the biggest thing that we're trying to do, part of the reason when you go to the GoFundMe page, you'll see that I'm matching contributions up to $5,000. I'm trying to get this endowment fund going, or really get this endowment fund growing, so that we can start to earn dividends, interest, and let's get that money distributed, man. Let's get it to the people who need it. And like I said, the beauty of Dividends for Hope is that we're not spending that principal. So your $100 is going to kick off $2, $3, $4 every year. And as we pull everybody's money together and the earnings from everybody's money, we're going to be able to just help people forever. My whole lifetime, this charity is going to exist. And we may only start helping out 1 or 2 people in the first year or 2. But after we get the snowball effect and we get we get more and more donations, we're able to get more and more earnings. We're just going to help more and more people. And it's going to be a team effort. I want everybody to participate. That's the whole point of doing the community base and not just saying, all right, I'm going to pick who we give money to. I'm not going to have any say in this. We're going to go off who the community wants to give money to. And that's why I'm trying to get as much money in there as possible, because then the more money we get in there, the more money we earn, the more people we can help. And that's the whole goal, is just trying to help people. So I hope you're on board. I'll put the link down below about the GoFundMe page and our email address. Feel free to send me an email. I'm always looking for ideas, how to grow it. Just trying to make the world a better place. So hopefully you're on board. Let's get this perpetual charity going. All right. Thank you.